Hi everyone. It's been almost 2 weeks since Elliot Page gave a speech at the Human Rights Campaign convention in Las Vegas, in which she pushed for greater acceptance and less willingness to accept the casualties of teens who become homeless or suicide victims because they've been excommunicated and shunned by people because they're gay. She supported by this by announcing to them and everyone else with an internet browser and newspaper that she herself is gay as well. I've read about her over the course of some years. In fact, I think I was reading about the possibility that she was gay as early as 2008, when she was nominated for Best Actress for playing Juno. I don't know who it was, but from what I read, she took another girl as her date to the Oscars that year. I never saw that person on camera. But I'm really glad she did this, not just because she doesn't have to hide anymore, but because, you know, it's important, I think, that as many people like her come out of the closet and say, this is all right to be this way, it's not unnatural, it's perfectly normal. We're talking about 15 to 20% of the people living in this country that are gay, and you know, who knows how much higher that number might actually be. Because so many people aren't talking about it, they're scared to. But she has experienced fear, so she claimed in her speech, she experienced fear and insecurity and a lot of anxiety over just living openly, and so she said, I am on the other side of that pain now because the time for me to be secretive is now over. So that's great. I've admired her for a long time. I believe she was one of the my picks for 20 favorite actresses of all time. I did a Top 10 Tuesday video recently, in which I talked a little bit about that, her amongst a lot of other people. I have, you know, a lot of respect for that, just as well as her just being a really good actress as well. She's really good at attitude, you know, being strong, being sarcastic, giving as good as she gets. You know, playing those kinds of characters are pretty much her forte. When she was in Juno in 2007, she certainly had some great dialogue from the screenplay by Diablo Cody. You know, it was, I'm not the biggest fan of that movie overall, but, you know, there's nothing, you know, that can't be admired about what she does in general. So I wanted to do a little video on her and on some of the films of hers that I really liked. A little top 5, because she's pretty young and she doesn't have a real long filmography so far. But I'd say my number 5 pick at this point would probably be a movie called The Tracy Fragments, which I believe was something that she made before she was in Juno and X-Men: The Last Stand. And Hard Candy, of course, which is another sort of breakout role for her, low-budget movie. But The Tracy Fragments is a story about a girl in high school who has a crush on a boy and is distracted by him and loses her younger brother. Her younger brother just kind of goes missing while they're out in the park one day. And so her family blames her for their son's disappearance, and so she runs out, basically runs away from home, wandering all over the city looking for her little brother, Sonny. What's unique about this movie is the fact that every single scene is done with split screens. The image is divided into multiple frames. Some of them show different angles of the same scene, some of them show multiple scenes at once. It continues on like that throughout the entire picture. And I'm sure some people will probably find that annoying. I think it's different and exciting. I like that kind of thing. So I was pleased by that. I don't know who the director is offhand. And in fact, I'm not sure for certain who any of the other actors are in the film either. But she's definitely the best reason to see the film in the first place. I just recently saw a movie called The East, which came out, I think, just earlier this year. It's a pretty new film. She is part of a collective, a revolutionary collective called The East, which is led by Alexander Sarsgaard. And the main character is actually played by Britt Marling. She works for an agency that is hired by a corporation to infiltrate this company and try to stop them from retaliating against environmental mishaps that they've caused due to producing whatever it is they produce. So Britt Marling, the opening 20 minutes of this movie is pretty exciting because she basically tells her husband, played by Jason Ritter, that she's going to be flying to Dubai for company business. And she gets dropped off by him at the airport and then leaves by another exit, gets in a cab, goes in a hotel, changes her hair color, gets rid of all her personal possessions, and basically just becomes a backpacker wandering around in the forest for places where the East, or people looking for the East, might be hanging around. But she eventually does find them, and they... So in her capacity as an undercover agent, she has to basically go along with whatever their plans are, but then somehow get a warning to the companies that are clients of the agency she works for, that there's going to be an attack. So Ellen Page, Alexander Skarsgård, Britt Marling, and the other people who are in the East Collective, they're figuring out ways to poison the people who run the companies that are poisoning the environment, poisoning people with arsenic in the water, and that kind of thing. I wasn't crazy about the end of this movie, but for the most part I really liked it. Ellen Page is a supporting character in this. She has a large role, but it's not the main role. Whip It is another movie that I really liked her. This is the directorial debut of Drew Barrymore, and also stars Zoe Bell from Death Proof, and was a stunt woman on Grindhouse, Kill Bill, and Juliette Lewis and Kristen Wiig, and Alia Shawkat. Ellen Page plays the main character in that movie, and it's a sports movie. She basically doesn't want to do the usual teen girl stuff while she's still in high school. She wants to do something different, something that excites her. So she joins the roller derby team and straps on the skates and the helmets and the knee pads and rolls around the rink, fighting and bashing into other girls for their games. It's a fun movie, really, really fun movie. And good, solid film from Drew Barrymore. I'd say maybe that's number 4 and The East is number 3. I'm not really sure, but they're both really good movies. My number 2 favorite movie by Ellen Page, or that she's in, is Hard Candy, which is her and Patrick Wilson, basically, mostly just the two of them, two characters. He is she suspects that he's a pedophile who's been targeting girls online, so she poses as one of those girls, makes up a name, and meets him at a coffee shop after chatting with him online for a little bit. And once he takes her back to his house, she drugs him and ties him to a chair and says, "I'm going to cut off your testicles." And he's just like, no! It's pretty intense movie. I really like the movie a lot. The director of the movie went on to do 30 Days of Night, the vampire movie. I think his name is David Slade. Oh, and he did one of the Twilight movies as well. Good for him. Made a lot of money from that, I'm sure. But my favorite Ellen Page movie is, of course, another one where she doesn't play the main character in it, but she's still important, and that, of course, is Inception. Inception is a totally awesome movie, and her character really is sort of the entry point for the audience. She is the newbie of the group, and so she is asking lots of questions and having things explained to her, and thusly to all of us, so we can understand exactly what's going on here. Some people don't like this, and I would say on the whole I don't like it either. But in a movie like this, or like Dark City, where the situation, the premise is completely new and different, it's good to take the time to really sort of be clear about exactly what's happening. In most bank heist movies, they don't have to explain that banks contain money and they're stealing it, but have to get away without getting arrested, or else they'll go into prison. That's very basic information that everyone knows about. Or things like fast and light travel, teleportation, what have you, time travel. These are things that don't need to be explained. But in a movie like Inception, what they're trying to do and the way they're doing it is so unique that, yeah, they need to take a little time to explain what's happening and why. But it's such an exciting movie, so great. And Ellen Page, she's real good in it. Maybe not the best showcase for her overall, but hey, she's certainly not bad in it. And it's a damn fine movie, so that's my favorite there. And as for Ellen Page's future, actually, I just learned a couple days ago that she's been cast in a couple new roles, whereas when she made the announcement, when she did the speech, she didn't have anything on her resume past the next X-Men movie. So here's looking forward to her doing some more stuff. And I think it would be really awesome if she played the main character on a TV series, maybe Basic Cable. Would be a good showcase for her, if she wants to do it, obviously. Maybe she likes doing films more. But she hasn't done episodic television as far as I know, so it'd be cool. She's done commercials, though. Anyway, here's looking forward to many, many more decades of Ellen Page movies. I hope she ends up playing characters both gay and straight, which would be awesome. I mean, she can do both. She seduced Jesse Eisenberg pretty well in that Woody Allen movie, To Rome with Love, so there you go. Simple, certainly very versatile, and you know, I'll be looking forward to pretty much everything that she does. Here's to you, Ellen. Awesome. You're awesome. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching.